Welcome back students. In this video we are going to have a proper understanding about bill of material. That's the short form is BOM, and for that very purpose we have created a company with the name BOM company. Okay, I have already activated the GST feature into this and you have seen in plenty of videos, so it need not to be shown once again. Before we proceed, we need to understand that what is BOM, means what is bill of material. Now generally it is being required in the manufacturing side, means the company who is into manufacturing of products, they require this bill of material. Generally the procedure is a company purchase the raw materials. Now from that raw material they produce the finished goods, and once they have produced the finished good, after that they may sell it. Now while creating the finished good, how much of raw material is required, or we can say the calculation about in a single finished good how much of raw material is being required, that calculation is being given by bill of material. So how to do that? First of all, we will have to purchase the raw material, and here for example we are creating a finished good which is shirt. So in order to create shirt, lots of raw material is required, but for this training purpose, for the sake of example, I am taking just 3 raw material. First I am taking buttons, second I am taking thread, and third I am taking cotton. So let me go to the voucher. From here I will have to go for purchase voucher. F9 is the short key. Here it is coming as accounting invoice. Okay, so let me go to change mode, and here I would be requiring to go to item invoice. Fine. Supplier invoice number I am giving a random number. Date I have mentioned. Party account name. Alt C. I am selecting Ram Enterprise. It's going to be under sundry creditor. Address and registration type GST and number you may give. Fine, go ahead and save it. Purchase ledger, Alt C. I am creating the purchase ledger. It will go under purchase account. Okay, not applicable. From here GST applicable, yes. Set alter GST, I am selecting yes. From here I am taking purchase taxable. Okay, and here I am selecting 18%. It's on good, so fine. Here the classification is asking for, but I have already selected, so it's not required. Fine. So next thing is the name of item. So as I've told you, I'm going to create 3 raw material. First I'm creating button, so Alt C. I have taken button. Now button is going to be, button is what, under. So here it's not compulsory, but you may give a group so that it is easy to see the reports. So Alt C, and I'm considering it as a raw material, so I'm giving raw material. Okay, it's primary raw material as a group. Should quantities of item be added? No. Set alter GST. Okay, I'm keeping it no from the group side. Now unit going to be in pieces, and formal name I'm giving pieces. Here UQC code, again I am selecting pieces. Fine. Set component of BOM. Generally this option is inactive. How to activate this? You need to go to F12. Now show more configuration, it is also no in most of the computer by default, so you will have to convert this into yes. The next thing that you will have to do, you can see here, set component list bill of material in stock item. You will have to convert this into yes. Now I have already done the setting. That's the setting you need to do. However, we are creating a raw material, so while creating the raw material, BOM, giving a BOM is not required, so keeping it no. Okay, GST applicable, yes. Set alter GST detail, yes. Here I am selecting on value, here I am selecting taxable, and here I am selecting 18%. It's going to be on goods, fine. Okay, so here I am as a quantity, I am taking 500 quantity of button. Okay, as a rate, let's say 1 rupees or 2 rupees per button. So that's the cost which is coming. Let me create the second raw material, Alt C, and here I am typing thread reels. It's going to be raw material which I have created already, so raw material I am selecting. Now it's going to be measured in reels, so Alt C, I am selecting reels. As a symbol I am giving reels, and here as a UQC you will not get reels here, so I am selecting pieces. Okay, set component BOM is not required because it's a raw material. GST applicable, yes. Set alter, yes. From here on value, here is going to be taxable, and here 18%. I'm not spending much time here because we have done it. It's good, fine. So reel, let's say I'm taking 200 reels, and price for each reel is 30 rupees. Let me create the last raw material, which is cotton. Alt C, here I am taking cotton. Okay, it's again a raw material and it's going to be measured in meters, so I am taking meter. Here you will get meter, I believe. Yes, so this is the UQC code. Fine. Set component BOM, no. GST applicable, yes. And set alter again, yes. From here on value, it's going to be taxable. Rate 18% on goods, fine. Cotton, let's say I have taken 400 meter, and per meter the cost is 70 rupees. So that's the raw material that we have purchased. Why I have taken that sort of raw material, let me tell you the calculation already. I want to finish all the raw material while creating the finished good. So in a single shirt I am calculating that 5 button would be required. So overall I will be able to create 100 pieces of shirt. Thread I will take 2 reels in a single shirt. Cotton I am going to take 4 meter of cotton in a single shirt. Okay. Here I will have to create the text component. So CGST and SGST will be applicable because RAM Enterprise is from within the state only. So Alt C, here I am typing CGST. It's going to be under duties and taxes. GST, central tax. Go ahead and save it. So overall calculation is coming on raw material. CGST has been applied of 9%, so that is 3150. Fine. So I need to create the SGST as well. So Alt C, selecting SGST. Here it's taking duties and taxes. Under GST it's going to be state tax. Okay, and 3150 once again. So overall the cost is coming as 41,300. Go ahead and save it. We have done the purchase of raw material. So if you may go to the stock summary, you will be able to see under raw material, because that's a group we have created. Enter. There are 3 raw materials that we have got: button 500 pieces, cotton 400 meter, thread reel 200 reels. The next thing that we will have to do is to create the finished good, or the calculation of finished good. So in order to do that, we will have to go to create. From create we will have to go to stock item. Now here I am giving the name of finished good, which is shirt. So shirt. Under it's a finished good, so Alt C, I am taking finished good as a group. Okay, it's a primary account, rest of the thing will remain as it is. Now it's going to be measured in pieces, which I have already created, so I'm selecting pieces. Let's go to the BOM, which is set as no. We will have to convert this as a yes, because this is the finished good and that's the reason we are doing this. So Y, enter. Name of the BOM, you will have to give shirt. Okay, now unit of manufacture. Here you will have to mention, in order to manufacture one piece of shirt, how much of quantity or how much of raw material is being required. So in order to manufacture one piece of shirt, button, I am selecting button, required 5 piece. Okay, cotton I required 4 piece, and thread I required 2 reels. So that's the calculation I have given that's being required to manufacture one particular shirt. Okay, go ahead. Now here it's applicable, GST detail as yes, on value it's going to be taxable and it's 18%, fine, based on goods, and here it's asking for the quantity but don't give anything and save it. Okay, so till now we have not created the stock item, we have just given the calculation to create the stock item. Now in order to create the stock item, we will have to go to stock journal. Now before going to stock journal, we will have to create a special voucher for that. So let me go to create, and from here you will see voucher type. So go to voucher type, and here we will have to create a voucher. So I am creating a voucher which is manufacturing journal. Now that's the journal which comes under the voucher. The main voucher is stock journal. Okay, now rest of the thing will remain as it is, but carefully here you may see this option, use as manufacturing journal. You will have to convert this as yes. So why? Enter. Go ahead and save it. So we have successfully created a voucher which is being required. Now let me go to the voucher, and for stock journal the shortcut is Alt F7. Now from here you will be able to see manufacturing journal which we have just created. So select the manufacturing journal. Name of product is shirt that we have already created, so I am selecting shirt. Now it's asking for quantity, how much of quantity you want to create. I want to create 100 pieces of shirt, and the moment you will type 100, you will be able to see here that in order to manufacture 100 pieces of shirt, how much of button is required, cotton and thread reels. Now from here, if you have got any scrap products left after you have manufacturing your finished good, then you can mention it over here. If you have a scrap products and that can be sold, then the overall costing of the product will be less. However, in this particular case there is no scrap product, so I am not giving it. Now here you can give additional cost. So while creating the manufacturing the shirt or creating the shirt, we would be requiring, let's say, electricity. We would be requiring to give the wages to the labor. So here as an additional cost I am creating, let's say, wage. So Alt C, I am taking wage. It's going to be under direct expense, because whatever expense are happening in the manufacturing side, that's the direct expense. So I'm selecting direct expense. Not applicable, GST applicable. Okay, and here set alter GST detail. So I'm not selecting this. Type of supply service. Okay, fine. Now here it's asking that whatever is the cost to create the shirt, what percentage of that particular cost is required as a wages. So let's say I am taking here 10%. So 35,000 is the overall cost. 10% of it is coming 3,500. So that's the overall cost. Here you will see the calculation. Total additional cost is 3,500. Effective cost, this means is going to be 38,500. Now allocation of primary item is 38,500, same. And for each shirt or for one piece of shirt, the cost is 385 rupees. Fine. So we have created the shirt. Now let me go to the stock summary, and here you will be able to see finished good, because now raw materials are totally used, so you will not be able to see here. But If you have got raw materials, then you will be able to see raw material as well. Now if you will go to the finished good, you can see shirt of 100 pieces is still there, and for one piece of shirt the cost was 385 rupees. So overall cost was 38,500. Let me do the sell as well. So I will go to the voucher, and for sell I am selecting F8. So I am here in sales voucher, the shortcut is F8, and the first thing I will have to create is the party account name. So Alt C, I am giving the party name as Shyam Enterprise. It's going to be under sundry debtor. Okay, address and everything that is being required you may give here. I am giving the GSTN number. Okay, these are the information that you may give, but you may skip as well. Okay, sales ledger, Alt C, I'm creating the sales ledger. So sales, it will go under sales account, not applicable. GST applicable, here it is yes. Okay, and it's going to be sales taxable. Now 18% on goods, no need to mention it over here. Now name of item, we have already got 100 pieces of shirt, so I'm selecting that finished good, that is shirt, quantity 100, and rate 385 is the cost, so I'm selling it at 700 rupees per piece. Amount is coming 70,000. Okay, go ahead and create the tax component as well. So we have already created that, CGST and then SGST. Okay, now go ahead and save it. That's it. So this is how BOM, that is bill of material, is being created. So we have done everything, and let me show you the balance sheet. So here is the balance sheet. You may see in the profit and loss part 35,000 is the profit. Okay, it will be more clear. Let me show you the profit and loss account, Alt F1. So you can see gross profit is coming as 35,000. Now one thing, wages, it's showing nil, means wages is not showing. However, while creating the shirt we have taken the wages but it is not showing here because we have not made the payment yet. Till the moment we have not made the payment of wages, it will not show here. So if you want that it should show here the amount, then go ahead in the payment voucher and make the payment of wages. However, this is it for the BOM. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.